I think people don't realize until they see it or they come and see us working how it really comes to life. It's not just here's the script and we read the lines and the characters say those lines. It has to grow from us, you know, beneath the lens.
My first guest tonight is the most famous prawn in America. He's author of the new book, It's Hard Out Here for a Shrimp. Please welcome the very lovely Pepe the King Prawn, everybody. Pepe.
I don't know how much of Pepe is me. There must be obviously some part of me. Pepe actually came from, he was unfinished. He was just a little wire mouth and a head, and there was just a little bit of fur wrapped around him.
Right.
And it was just a little pull thing. He didn't have, I think they were eyes maybe, but it was just wire. And just happened to, at the time, we were in England, I think is, right? My wife's aunt happened to be there with us, and I was just getting to know her, and she was from Madrid, Spain, and she would always end her statements or sentences with okay, and I thought, you know, this is a beautiful shirt, okay? And I was sitting with Kirk Thatcher, and I was trying to, he said, well, what's she like? What's Christina's aunt like? And I said, well, she's mischievous, you know, and she's a little I meant to say selfish, and I said shellfish.
No.
And Kirk
Is
said,
that right?
Yeah, and
Get
Kirk said,
out.
He said, oh, maybe it's a lobster or a crab or a shrimp.
great.
And then we went on and said,
That
shrimp.
is so funny.
And I said, well, maybe he's got like a little bit of a complex with his size, so he's a king prawn. And, you know.
I'm not a shrimp, I'm a king prawn.
You know, I believe in commitment. It's just I don't stick to it.
Let's try that lift again, shall we?
Hey, the lift again. Okay, on my count this time, okay? In 3, 2, 1, let me...
Whoa, hold the music, stop right there. Whoa. Take it easy.
What are you doing?
Oh, I got Paul Williams backstage threatening to leave if you do any further damage to that song there, Missy.
The remote.
The goat?
The remote.
The remote? The remote? I thought he said the goat.
Now, how would your name appear on my list here?
Like this.
Oh, okay, Dr. Rorschach, I'll play along. I see my mother and a butterfly doing the mambo on an orange.
Just check the list, fool.
Pretty mouthy for a guy with no name.
I'm Johnny Fiamma. How many times have you been watching a play, and by the second act you're thinking, boy, could I go for a nice plate of baked ziti right now?
Johnny's based on my grandfather and my father. It's kind of a combo.
I thought he was sort of Frank Sinatra-ish.
Well, that's my father always would play Frank Sinatra on Fridays and Sundays, and so that's
Where?
in the car.
Oh, the shark has pointy teeth there, and he makes them pearly. Whoa!
Hey, yo, George 3D, come here. We wanted to bring you a check, of course.
Yes.
Because we'd like to really help out.
That's wonderful.
But unfortunately, it bounced. But
the check you were going to bring bounced?
Yeah.
Yeah, but look,
my
we
mother
brought
made
you this.
my mother made you sauce.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy that.
It's famous.
Yeah, it's a nice marinara.
I take messages. I don't judge tone!
I had known Brian Henson. We met when we were 17 at an amusement park in Langhorne, Pennsylvania called Sesame Place. And he told me about this show that they were doing. They had done Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they were going to be applying this new technology, you know, with the suit performers and the animatronic heads. And he said, well, you know, there's this character that he's kind of like Jackie Gleason, and I've seen you do Jackie Gleason before. He said, I don't know if you're interested in that, but you'd be inside of a really heavy, wet rubber suit, but if you're interested, and I was like, okay, where is it? When? What do you want me to do? And it's one of still my favorite thing that I ever did. I have the best memories from that time.
Don't be nervous. You're poised on the brink of a great adventure. You're gonna be a tree pusher. Do you need help? Do I need help? Oh, brother, do I need help?
But a lot of my characters are not very talky characters. They're more, they kind of interject. They listen and then they say something really stupid or irrelevant.
Oh, you are a good man. You are a kind man. A handsome man.
Precious.
Oh, you're precious. And
Beautiful.
And he's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh.
He's here! I heard he was coming!
Howard.
You're here!
Howard, we're shooting something
Oh
here,
my
Howard.
goodness, it's you!
You're Howard?
Yes!
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
great.
Howard.
Can I
we
come
call
over
him.
here?
I'm so sorry.
I just want to
Pleasure to meet you.
touch the fabric and the man.
Howard. Howard.
Yes.
Howard.
What?
I'm trying to do an interview. Do you mind just
Can I let me just stay.
Yeah, I've got a few
I'm
questions.
sorry, you know what? I'm gonna sashay away.
The Klingon bathing suit competition has been canceled because, well, as we all know, Klingons come from a planet that doesn't have any water, so they wouldn't need bathing suits.
Sir, can you please help Elmo get his blanket back?
I'd love to, but I don't speak English.
I'm not going through that door.
What did you say, Armstrong?
You heard me. You heard what I said. I said I'm not going through that door, and nobody can make me.
Oh, but Armstrong, today we're going to a North American forest.
I don't care. I'm not moving.
Oh, you used to be much faster, Kermit.
And you used to be much thinner, Horace.
I know. I gotta lay off those late night poo-poo platters.
How you doing? I'm Bubba.
Hey, Rizzo, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How'd you like to meet some of the boys here?
But what are you doing to my office?
It's not your office anymore. Now that I'm in charge, there will be lots of changes, Virgil.
My name is Kermit.
That's one of the changes.
I'm just trying to find some music to listen to. Oh, you like that one, do you? This is called swing music.
Well, Timmy, what do you think would happen if we mix potassium nitrate, charcoal, and sulfur? We're going to need another Timmy.
I'm a much better actor.
Oh, well, so I did the stunts and you did the acting, is that what you're saying?
That's right, as well as the singing.
Excuse me, would you like to move this hand for me?
Oh,
yeah, hello.
Is it?
You see? So, you think that is likely? Of course I did the stunts. This person doesn't have a right arm.
I'm going to...
it won't work.
Just
You see, look.
Stop it, Tim.
If I'm doing Rolf for the Swedish Chef, I'm doing an impersonation at best. It's never going to be Jim. It's impossible, But technically, I think that helps a lot to really look at how Jim performed and his energy, very different from mine. So when I do those characters, I think about his energy, that Dr. Teet's energy. That one exhausts me because that's not natural for me. It's not comfortable for me to go there.
I need you back inside for a band meeting.
My time.
Where did that even come from? Doesn't matter.
And now we're tasting the beauty.
Actually, something I learned from Frank, which is to ask yourself all those questions first. Where are they from? Where do they live? Do they live at home with their mother? Or are they out on their own? All those very specific details about that character. Ask yourself a lot of questions about that.
Flash to the motherfucking queen. Eat it so much, bitch.
The first time I met Bill Barretta, he was great, and he put on Phil, and I just kept thinking,
don't know where I'm gonna look. I don't know where my eye line's gonna be. Like, do I look at, they're like, oh, you won't look at Bill. I'm like, I think I'm gonna look at Bill. Like, I'm gonna look at the person standing there holding a puppet, and they're like, you won't. I was like, I think I will. And then, of course, this second Bill, you know, put on Phil and started talking to me. I just talked to Phil.
I loved it. I loved making that movie. I think, unfortunately, it's not the movie that we made. But it's a movie. I mean, I can't think of anybody that ever been against that was like, hated me because I got a character, although maybe they just never told me.
Maybe they never told you. By the way, I hate you for getting that character on Kimmy Schmidt.
It's just like someone swiped my recumbent bicycle. But it's cool. I'm sure he needed it more than me, and the universe will pay me back. Like when I found that sign.
Here's Frankie Yakovic and his polka dots.
Thank you, dancer. Now that's what I call a dancing.
One more time now. Shiver my timbers, shiver my bones. Yo ho, ho. There are secrets that sing with old Davy Jones. Yo ho, ho.
Stuck together for eternity. Till death do we part. Is this for me? Unsure, por favor, that I foresee forever, my love, just you and me.
You and me against the world. Sometimes it feels like you and me against the world. When all the others turn their backs and walk away, you can count on me to stay.
It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! Celebrate good times, come on! It's a celebration.
Well, are you feeling unappealing cause your feet won't work? When I play a bop and boogie, does your body start to jerk? How's the rockabilly fever got you tussling all night? Sing it up, baby, make you feel alright. We got a special kind of level that'll plant a little rhythm in your shoes. So listen to the news. Yeah, no more bad shoe blues. Any old rhythm you choose. You got your blue suede through here. That's right.
My star, you made it clear just who you are. And now we see that we gotta be what we gotta be. Who you gonna be? I gotta be me. That's right.
I've got cabin fever. I think I lost my grip.
I'd like to get my hands on whoever wrote this script.
I was floating near the tropic moon and dreaming of a blue lagoon. Now I'm as crazy as a loon.
So you'll head to the local color, serve some coffee with a crawler. Duncan doesn't take a lot of skill.
They got an awful lot of coffee. Oh yeah, a great big pot of coffee. They got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil.
Should order the decaf.
By pure coincidence, we have the same last name, the same parents.
And we're co-hosting the same podcast and vodcast. Wait a minute.
How did that happen?
Oh.
At
the time I was living in New York, I was going to school at the neighborhood playhouse. Never thought I would be a puppeteer or involved in puppets in any way. That wasn't really my goal in my life at the time. I just wanted to entertain.
And so I've been, this is, I think, my 31st. Oh, look what happened.
Wow.
He's a softie. My 31st year with the Muppets and with Henson, and it's been an unbelievable ride.
Until next time, this has been Pepe Profires, and I have been Pepe. Adios. I need the funk. Help him dance the funk. Gracias, George. Space flight. Space flight. Neon light. Neon light. I like this neon light, okay? Red